All right, welcome back, everybody. Wanted to give a quick update to something that I mentioned in my last video. Uh, I love this unit, by the way. It is fantastic. If you're still on the fence, just get it and you'll be happy. But one of the issues that I was having was I was experiencing static at low volumes or just about any volume. So anytime I would turn the radio down or up, I would have this like static noise. So one of the things I did was I reached out to Dasaita's support, and they initially told me on the forum when I reached out that I needed to grab an adapter um, because I have the JBL sound system, that this adapter would help fix that issue. So I did that. I ordered the adapter. It came in, I want to say a couple days ago. It's this adapter here. And I'll leave a link to this in the description in case you do need this. And this is, you're probably going to need this if you're on an older model and you're experiencing that issue. So if you have the G12 in prior, then you're more than likely going to need this adapter. And there's a reason why. So I reached out again, or actually rather, they reached out to me because they saw the video that I posted and they were inquiring about the issues that I had. They grabbed some more details from me, and they were able to look into it a little bit more, and they actually sent me an update for the MCU, which is like the controller for the unit, and that update actually fixed my issue. Now this is only for the G13 or Vivid 13 models if you have the factory JBL sound system. So I did confirm with them that I can post this in the description. Keep in mind, this is a disclaimer. Do this at your own risk. I am not a technician. I am not doing this on behalf of Dasaita. I am not doing this on behalf of anyone. I am only leaving this for the purposes of if somebody else wants to do this, you are doing this at your own risk. I am not responsible for anything that happens to your unit if you decide to do this. Now, there are steps that you have to take and you have to follow the directions. And one thing to keep in mind, turn your vehicle on when you do this, because if you just put it into accessories mode, if you go to update this unit and your power goes out because your accessories shut off, then that can cause an issue. It could either damage the unit, you'll have to reflash it, or anything else. So make sure your vehicle is on when you do this flash and don't turn it off. So just keep that in mind. But again, I am not doing this on behalf of Dasaita. I do not work for them. I am not sponsored by them. I'm not endorsed by them at all. This was just to help you all if you are having this same issue. So I'll leave a link to the MCU update. And typically how that works is you go to your settings once you plug in your flash drive. So you have to flash it onto a USB-A flash drive that's either FAT or FAT32 formatted. You can do that from a Mac or PC. And once you plug it in, it's going to download into a zip file or an image file. And once you plug it into your USB, you should see it pop up and it's going to ask you if you want to update. If you don't and you plug it in, you can go to your settings, go all the way down to the bottom. You're going to click on System and you can go to MCU Updates. But there'll be instructions on how to do that in the description. So I just wanted to kind of lay that out. But that fixed my issue with the static that I was experiencing on this particular unit. Again, this is only for G13 or Vivid 13 models like mine, and only if you have the factory JBL sound system in your Tacoma. I cannot confirm that this is a fix for any other model, or the standard radio systems, I can only confirm that this has fixed my issue. So, continue at your own risk. But if that doesn't work, this is the adapter that was recommended to me initially to help resolve that issue. So, this may work. I'll leave a link for this below as well. But again, like I said, this is it fixed my issue and I couldn't be happier. Do I still recommend this unit? Yes, without a doubt. I still recommend it. Still one of the best upgrades that you can do for your Tacoma. And it's one of those things that people don't initially understand why they would want it or why they need it. As you can see, I have a boatload of different apps on here. It just increases the functionality of your vehicle just to the moon. Newer vehicles have infotainment systems, and even then, you're still limited by the manufacturer, or you're limited by CarPlay or Android Auto. But this has CarPlay functionality and Android Auto functionality, but the base system is Android. So you have access to the Play Store, which you can download various apps. If you wanted to, I have Apple Music. So I have downloaded Apple Music through the Play Store, which you can do. And it gives me access to all of my playlists. I could use ChatGPT if I wanted to. So there's a slight issue there. I'm not sure why that is, but it could be something wrong with just the app. It just increases your functionality. Like I said, it's definitely a worthwhile upgrade. I'll leave a link in the description for this model for your Tacoma. And again, if you're having any issues, reach out to Dasaita Support. I'll leave a link for their support system and the forum page for you to go on. They've been extremely helpful. When I say that like I said, they reached out to me and they in constant communication with me. So I couldn't say more. This is probably one of my best tech support experiences with them amongst a lot of the brands of car audio. I've dealt with Alpine, Pioneer, Kenwood, JVC, Blaupunk back in the day, Polk Audio. I've dealt with a lot of different brands, and this is probably the fastest response I've gotten from a company. And again, this being a fairly new company, it's promising, to say the least. I can't speak for anyone else's experience, but my experience has been fantastic. So again, the update, I'll leave all the links and everything in the description, and all the information and everything that I've gotten in the description, so you can make a decision for yourself. But before doing any of this, I would still recommend reaching out to them. That way they can confirm your unit and everything else. I did send them, or I posted initially, when you go to your system here and go to your About page, it gives all the details. So you kind of want to take a snapshot of that and send to them, just so that they know exactly what you have and can confirm that that model that you're talking about can use that particular firmware. So do that first, but the links are in the description. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you have any comments, if you have any questions, feel free to leave those below, and we will catch you in the next video.